Alright, we're back. As promised, let's go meet up with Aaron. What's over there? I did see a green item over there, but I don't really care about it. Oh, there's something else to read here, too. What is this? The Mad Sun King. Okay, let's read that. The reign of the Mad Sun King. Be warned, reader, that as a true account of the Mad Sun King Jiren's acts, these glyphs are blotted in blood. Truly, the savages committed can barely be recounted. So pray to the cleansing sun for yourself and the teller of these tales. You will learn of the grievous wounds inflicted on the foreign lands and the reaping of sacrifice, the Red Raids. For the Mad Sun King would order a whole generation cut from each village, so they might more willingly supply sacrifices to be harder pressed to field fighting men on the next raid. The Utaru, who sought to appease the gifts with gifts of grain, were slaughtered in such number that, upon following harvest, the maize grew black and blue with the blood of the dead. Against the Osram, the Terror of the Sun piled the corpses of their fallen up to the walls of their villages so his kestrels might clamber upon the dead to enter. And in the valley of the barbarian Nora, terrors of the savage east, such savagery ensued that the trees were drooped with corpses hung as grim warnings. Should you wish to read the Mad King's depredations against his own people, your curiosity will not go unsated. Within the account are accounts of deaths of those sentenced to the Sun Ring, listed in such detail you might think it reported by their own chattering skulls once piled against the city gates. Nor will you find a more harrowing account of his massacre of the Hunter's Lodge. Reading these accounts, you might imagine yourself among its brave hawks as they fought to the last, bloodying the sand from dawn till dusk. Or perhaps the crowds that the loosed behemoths screamed through the stands with the crashing of wood and bone. All this crazed bloodletting did the Mad Sun King take with his in his pitiless gaze. Indeed, he would not have even looked away from the goring of his own son in that ring of death. Yes, fair-haired Cataman, Cataman of the Dawn's Rising, so degraded and doomed for the crime of standing against his father. Such a true and complete account of the Mad Sun King Jiren's miseries cannot be found in the history annals or heard from the mechaners of the Sun Priest. It is with a heavy heart that I scribe these events, leaving out no shocking detail. But my debt is to history, and to you, brave reader. Okay. Sure. We gotta go this way. This man doesn't have a body. Back there. Oh, okay, it loaded in.
Greetings, Aloy. I am known as Blameless Marad. Please come with me. You're needed for an important consultation.
What do you mean? Where's Erend?
He's inside, attending the Sun King, where we should be without further delay. Follow me, please.
Okay. Okay. Marad, you're gonna have to move fast if you want me to follow you, bud.
All of these people are here to see the Sun King.
Yes, and each has come to ask a favor of him. Unpleasant, but that's politics. The Sun King is eager to meet you, the machine tamer with a curious eye for detail. It's all very intriguing.
I'm not here to intrigue you.
Passed by some
Too
outlander
late.
woman? Unacceptable. I've been here for 2 hours and Miss Nora goes to the front of the line.
I've been here for 2 hours and this Nora goes to the front of the line.
Nobles are like children who whine when they don't get a second helping of dessert.
The fact that there's still a thing such as nobles is
What's
concerning.
the Sun King like?
The most important thing is what he isn't like. His father. I think you'll find him to be a reasonable man.
Aloy of the Nora. She who sees the unseen. Welcome. It would seem you have done me a great service. Erend, tell her what you found.
I checked Ursa's tomb. You were right, Aloy. The body is missing a scar below her right knee. I gave it to Ursa when we were kids, fighting over a toy sword.
If the body is not Ursa's, then we must assume she is still alive. And I will not abandon her.
We only know she was taken, not who took her.
I can help with that. Ursa has an enemy among the Oseram. A warlord named Dervahl.
Impossible. Every clan in the claim has been hunting for him since the liberation. He has to be dead by now.
No other Oseram had the motive and ingenuity to lure Ursa into this trap. I expect to find him lurking somewhere near the border. I've already sent an agent to investigate. He'll be waiting for word from us at the marketplace in Pitchcliff.
I can't move troops to the border without provoking the Oseram. But I could send a few vanguardsmen. And perhaps an exceptionally gifted Nora as well. Errant, Murad. Let me discuss it with her privately. I hate to impose further after all you've done, but this is a matter of great importance to me.
It sounds like Ursa means a lot to you.
Without her Oseram vanguard, I would not have been able to liberate Meridian and end my father's brutal reign. Since then, it has been difficult to maintain peace between our tribes. But Ursa has a way of making her people see reason.
Yeah.
So you see, I need her back at my side. And quickly.
Who is Dervahl exactly?
To understand Dervahl, you must first understand my father. He truly thought of himself as a sun god. His mind was broken. He believed that blood sacrifice would solve, well, everything. So he raided the other tribes for victims, especially the Oseram. Dervahl fought back. He crafted powerful weapons and rallied his people. My father responded with the ultimate cruelty. He captured Dervahl's wife and daughter and sacrificed them in the Sun Ring.
So, why would Dervahl go to so much trouble to kidnap Ursa?
He felt she betrayed him. She fought by his side until she realized he planned to raise Meridian and butcher its people. Then she came to me. Together, we stopped him and liberated the city from my father. Dervahl has spent every moment since trying to get revenge. Mostly on the other Oseram who fought with us. He made so many powerful enemies, I thought we'd seen the last of him. I was wrong.
I'd like to ask you something about the Sundom and its politics.
By all means.
They call you a sun god who killed his own father in order to unite the tribes in harmony. Is any of it true?
They say you can see the invisible, split an arrow at 50 paces, and tame machines at a glance. How much of that is true?
It's not too far off.
Well, I would like to unite the tribes in harmony, but you saw how many courtiers I have to deal with first. Maybe next week.
Quite a place you've got here. You can almost see the little people below the mesa.
You don't approve? Well, I have a secret for you. Neither do I. But we must be patient. Change won't come in a single sunrise.
But will it happen at all, while men live in palaces?
It might. Eventually. If people like you help me bring it about.
Your politics seem very complicated. The Oseram are friends, but enemies too?
I couldn't have liberated Meridian without the help of Ursa and her Oseram freebooters. Many of them have settled here. But the Ealdormen of the Oseram clans in the Claim have become jealous of their success. So have many Carja nobles. It's a volatile situation, especially given the fact that my father raided the Oseram for years. Ursa helps keep the peace, promising a future based on mutual gain.
I like
But
mutual
some,
gain.
like Dervahl, will never let go of their venom.
What can you tell me about the Shadow Carja? What do they have to do with Ursa?
They are remnants of my father's regime, holding out at the fortress of Sunfall to the west. Like him, they care only for domination, and seek to draw upon the power of the sun by spilling blood in its name. Since Ursa helped me take this city from them, they were perfect scapegoats. Dervahl knew this, of course, and planned it well.
Okay.
I need to get going.
I know. Well, they say kings should never beg. But please, help me find Ursa.
Who says that?
Well, Murad, for one. Don't hesitate to ask him or Erend if you have further questions.
Alright, so we met with the king. Oh, and he's got something beside him there. Let's see what he was reading. The founding of Meridian. We are Karja. In us is the blood of those led by Ahriman from persecution and pursuit so long ago. Out of the far savage east we came, guardians of treasure greater than land or metal, the leaves of the old ones. Ahriman found the leaves in a ruin, picked out by a beam of sunlight, and he recognized at once their importance. Within was etched the first teachings of how to observe the sun, to recognize its guidance, and understand the place of man. From out of the leaves came the first glyphs, the first writing, so our knowledge could last longer than voices. But when our forefathers offered to share this gift, they were driven out by those who had once called tribesfolk. These ones feared to have the light of knowledge brought to bear on their ignorance, or were jealous of its power, and so began the long wandering of our people, trusting only that the sun would guide them and deliver them from the barbarian tribes. The path was hard and marked by the stones of families who fell along the wayside, even Ahriman's own. The persecution was unceasing, but those without purpose only the desire to debase and destroy. But the faith of the Karja was rewarded with a distant vision, a tower like a solid ray of the sun, holding on to the horizon, flashing. Even as their enemies descended upon them, Ahriman followed the flight of the Glinthawks, leading his people through looming canyons and teeming jungles. Again they saw the tower, so close now it seemed to reach to the very sun itself, and they saw that the Glinthawks perched upon it. Behold, in the light of the sun, the tower, the spire, casts its long shadow upon a mesa across the verdant valley. Ahriman knew that he had found a haven for the tribe, as this was a place shunned by those without his faith, who cowered from the magnificence of the spire or the shining feathers of the Glinthawks. He named this place Meridian, from a passage in the leaves, and tribes settled in protection of the great mesa. They found the site was blessed in every respect, carving their cliff houses from bounteous resources, and in time from the red rock of the mesa itself, crowning it with the first columns of the City of the Sun. Truly, the sun gave much to the descendants of our forefathers, granting Meridian great harvests and prosperity, and the bounds of the sundom for as far as the light touched. In time, seeing Meridian shielded us from the dark arrows and plots of our foes. Other foreigners brought trade and tribute. Holy Meridian, without spire and sun there would be no Meridian. But now, and forevermore, it stands as a monument to the both. And the glory of Ahriman and the founders is reflected anew in each Sun King of the Radiant Line, and the noble houses of the Sun Court. Okay. I just realized that we have 3 skills, so now I can go put my point here like I wanted. We can now knock 2 arrows, which is definitely going to make my life easier. Okay. Lots of history today, as we now have another one over here we can read. The Sun Kings. This is the first one. The Chronicle of the Sun Kings. The founder, Ahriman, who guided our forefathers from the shadows of the savage east into the fastness of the Mesa Valley, and who, reading the signs of the sun and shadow both, delivered them to the site of the Holy Meridian. The bounteous Amavad, who oversaw the clearing and sowing of the royal maizeland, so that none who walked in the sun's favor should go hungry again. Who cut back the jewel to claim the rich estate lands for the first houses of the Sun Court. The far-seeing Sadahin, who expanded the sun's dominion to the north, south, and east, setting a gate at Bright Market Harbor, and who, before the sun at its highest, proclaimed these lands would be known as the Karja Sundom, so by the light it was good. Generous Juadan, who stocked the metal markets with the spoils of his own trampler hunts, and who allowed trade from the north and south, even permitting outlanders the gift of the counting glyphs so that they might understand more than simple barter. Zavarad, the Pilgrim Sun King, whose tower was raised to the top of the ridge of Vales, and who crossed the great waters of the daybreak, so the Sundom might extend even further, and to honor this passage had the great blazon arch raised on the far shores. Bold Iriv, who saw the sun's passing into the west as a challenge, and forged after it with a great army, to be pushed back 3 times at the great canyon lands that would be known as the Daunt, until on the 4th time his cohort broke through and were vanished in the lands beyond. Prudent Basadid, who had the mantle of his fallen brother thrust upon him suddenly, who ordered the construction of the fortress of Sunfall and the garrison at Blazon Arch, declaring the land beyond it the Forbidden West, where only the sun may go. Tu Vedin, the returner, who strove to bring civilization to the savage east, but returned after many strenuous endeavors, saying it was no longer fit for the people of the sun, and called for the building of great towers and walls so the wildland might be observed safely. Renan, the Firebird, who saw the Sundom suffer unprovoked attack by the Tanakh horde, and who, against the protest of his advisors, accompanied his army to confront them. Under the sun, he claimed victory, though he was so greatly scarred he wore his blazoned helmet from that day. Nahasis, who was a hunter as much as a Sun King, and called for the proudest men of the noble houses to prove themselves in competition beneath the sun, and that those who felled the greatest machines would be situated as the first Sunhawk and the Hawks of the Hunter's Lodge. The illuminated Marazid, who the sun visited with visions so vivid and grand he commissioned many statues and frescoes of his visage and meridian, and for his summer palace in Sunfall had the great citadel raised, where he remained painted until he took deathly ill from his own pigments. Painting. Hivas, elder brother of Marizid, who decreed each family of the with a suitable male child should submit that child in service of the Sundom's then depleted ranks, and had the artisans turn their attention from works of art to outfitting each soldier of the sun with the very finest armor, halberd, and bow. Duran, who the early years was a strong Sun King, defending the Sundom from encroachments of other tribes and the derangement of the machines, but who became greatly addled, and ordered the spilling of much blood in the sun's name, threatening to bring a twilight upon us, Avad the Liberator. And that's all we have. Okay. Alright. And...
So, I thought Ursa was
Hey,
dead.
Chocobro!
And I thought Dervahl was dead. Dead doesn't seem to mean what it used to. Or maybe I'm just an ass. Whatever. All I know is that it's time to find my sister and get some payback. I hope Murad's guy grabs us a lead.
Agreed.
Did Ursa ever tell you anything about Dervahl?
We were both under his command for a while. Sort of. Helped him recruit an army to take out the Mad Sun King. But then he got real creepy with Ursa. Needless to say, she wasn't interested, but he wouldn't let it go.
Chocobro, do you have any plans for the weekend?
We realized he wanted to murder every Karja, not just the bad ones. Long story short, he's a grazer-licking dungbag.
Avad seems committed to finding your sister.
Yeah, those two got along. And some people say they shacked up, but I don't buy it. Seems a little skinny for her. Oh, okay, some bad images are forming in my head. Let's just focus on finding her. And kicking Dervahl's ass.
Congrats on catching Vector's favorite Pokemon.
I'd better go.
Don't stand me up in Pitchcliff, okay? Ursa needs us.
Okay, so Pitchcliff is way the fuck up there. Alright. So what we're gonna do then is we're gonna hit up we're gonna do that, but we're actually gonna hit up this here first, robbing the rich, because it's on the way. And then we're gonna go over here to this cauldron and do that. And that should save, quick save. There we go. Okay, so we leveled up to 23. Let's do this quest first. Anyway, Chocobro, hi! You got any plans for the weekend? I've been playing some DBZ. I'm just at the Cell Saga now, I think. Yeah. We're at the week before the Cell games. I'm almost caught up to where we are in Anime Night. And then, I'm really excited to play Tales of Graces, though. I gotta finish it before we, I gotta get to it and finish it before we get there in, I'll call it. I just gotta keep an eye out for, couple, foxes. Because we need, no, those are bad guys. It's a fish.
I can't spare the weight.
I don't need that, but I do need to get fish bones, so. Really, there's something nearby that I'm aggroing. There we go. Fish skin. You know what I should have done? I should have stopped at a vendor. I don't really need this right now, so I'm just gonna drop it. But I can't drop stuff in the water.
Really awake now.
Oh, well, I need fish bones for upgrading my outfit. Okay, game? Seriously? You figure one day eventually I'm gonna learn that you... Wait, no, I do want that. Don't know. Also, we need to backtrack a little because there was a fox back here that I need to go see. We also need a larger resource pouch, so we gotta hunt some more animals to get that. But there was a fox somewhere there. Okay, didn't drop anything worthwhile. That's a goose, rabbit. Okay. Wait, hang on. Oh, he dropped something. Was it fox skin or bone that I needed? I don't recall.
No
Dropped
room.
out skin. Yeah, I'm just gonna click this. There you go. Alright, now, crafting. Carry capacity. That's maxed for now. Best we can do. We need fox skin for that. We need a fox skin for this. Alright, let's do this. We'll upgrade the hunter bow. Okay, so in order to upgrade this, we need a raccoon skin. In order to upgrade this, we need a boar skin. That's what I need primarily, because I want to upgrade that to be able to carry more resources. We need fish bones for this one. Okay. So whenever we're near water, we got to keep an eye out for fish. So So fish and boars, that's what we need right now. Oh, I'm almost... I'm fine. Oh, I see why, because now I can double knock them. Hey, cutie, you still bumping and everything? I'm here, huh? Miss Minnie Cat.
A fork. This must be where Nassan was supposed to check in.
Hey. Hello. What up? Come in. Thanks, sweetheart. No? Okay. Hello. Yeah, move out of the way for you. Pushing the manual save, we don't want to do that yet. Okay. So let's scan the area. What do we see? No animals. Oh, wait, what is that? That is a raccoon. We need that. Okay. Unfortunately, that did not get us what we needed. Investigate the camp. So.
It looks like there was a scuffle here, but no body. If someone dragged Nassan off, there should be tracks.
There should be tracks.
Oh, here we are. Let's see where they went.
Alright. Robbing the rich, let's find Nassan. These are the guys for the quest for they stole the sword at the beginning, if you recall. One game, I need you to have like a ball. Hold on a second.
I'm gonna meet you.
You are mine now. At least for now.
The Shadow Carja outpost. Let's hope Nassan is inside.
Mark up as many of these guys as I can. No, I actually remember this area. Okay, so. That's 2 down.
I'm not here.
I think they aggroed something over there. Glad they saw something that needed to be checked out. For the most part, like, it looks like he's just going back to where he was a moment ago. But the great thing with this is I don't actually need full visibility, because I can just do that and then have it lined up. Like, I could fire at him, but I think he's on the other side of the wall. I'm not 100% certain on that one. However, you are not. So let's mark you first. I don't think I can hit that one from here. There's a lot of guys here. A lot more than I thought there was gonna be.
Look alive. Don't let her get past you while you gape like fools. Curse me, I'm under attack! Watch out! Ah! Good! Oh! Large! Regroup! Son, lead him!
Oh, comes the brakes, I think.
You provoke the sun's rage. Anyone see anything? Me. Let no foe stand. Enough searching. Kill me.
Damn.
This close.
That would have been a good shot. What are you doing, Miss Minicat? Oh, I see you've gotten up onto the coffee table, but be careful. Careful, sweetheart. Oh. I guess I killed everyone in the base. I should probably be careful still, but... You know, I got a good amount of them defeated with that, before I got caught, and I just got caught because I waited too long on the shot. Which, you know... Holy crap, she made it up. Hang on a sec, guys.
Getting cooler. Dark soon. gotten Hassan all right. He needs help.
Let's try We're under attack. I'm looking right at her. Got me! Ah! Broke! Bad! Ah! Hit them, you miserable chuffs! Let me! Move it! That one! Cut deep! Only a little touch. Let this pierce my foe.
Should give me the upper hand. Kinjeev sent me. Let's get you out of here.
I thought that old salt had abandoned me. Guess I owe him a slap on the back. Come on, this way.
Kinjeev told me about the cause. Did you lose the shipment?
No. It's hidden nearby. There's a lot of hungry people in Sunfall that will be happy to see it.
Good. Now, listen. When you head back to Meridian, talk to a noble named Ravon. If you're honest with him, I think he'll help.
Beg a high blood for help? Ugh. But after everything you've done, I can't refuse. But for now, I'm bound for Sunfall. Be safe.